Because you say Noah Lyles is the fastest man in the world, that is not a diss of Usain Bolt.
Meet Carl Lewis. A legendary American track and field athlete, Carl Lewis clinched 9 Olympic gold medals in the 1980s and 90s. Known for his speed and versatility, he dominated the 100 meters, 200 meters, long jump, 4x100 meters relay. At the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics, he matched Jesse Owens' 1936 feat by winning 4 golds. Lewis continued his legacy with back-to-back long jump golds in 1988 and 1992, culminating in his 9th gold at the 1996 Atlanta Games. Beyond the track, he starred in films, championed fitness through his foundation, and ventured into politics. Carl Lewis, a true sports icon and inspiration.
On the women's side, Shaqiri just looks the best. We never used the word GOAT until 20 years ago.
Oh,
Now everyone's a GOAT. I have a unique space because I'm training 2 people. Simone Biles is here. Kate Ledencky's here. That's where I am. I'm in this place where there's so many amazing people and such diversity.
Hey guys, welcome to Essentially Sports. My name is Shreya. Today we are with the legend himself, 9-time Olympic gold medalist. Please welcome Carl Lewis.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you.
Hi, nice.
It is a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for taking out this time. How's it going in Paris?
Great. Paris is a great city to be in. And the Olympics are amazing. The competitions have gone so far. So I'm excited. And athletics is now. So we're really excited about it because I'm working with some people and looking forward to seeing America bring those gold medals back in relay team cross the line.
Yeah, and we saw you at the opening ceremony. So you were there with Serena, Rafa, you being your legend yourself. So how was the experience? It was a different opening ceremony. It was when we opened for the first time. So how was the experience being on the boat with the fellow legends? How was the energy inside the boat? We know how it was outside, but how was it for, all 4 of you?
Well, first of all, I loved what they did with the ceremony. And I like the fact they spread it out across the city. Most of that was a surprise. I knew a little bit about something, but we didn't know for sure until the end that I'd be a part of that.
Yeah.
And it was, I'm sitting there. I've known Serena. I met her when she was like about 12.
Oh my God.
And I've known Nadia for many, many years.
Yeah.
And so it was, and then Rafa, my sister loves tennis, so she's his favorite player. So it was really special to be on the boat with that. And what's so interesting, it still did transcend generations because Rafa's still playing, Serena just retired, and Nadia and I have been out for a while. So it was a huge thrill. And going down the river in that boat, it was a little rocky because we were going pretty fast, and raining outside, but there were people all the way. And so it wasn't just this whole thing. We were looking from one side to the other side, so it was incredible.
Yeah. So you're here with Tide for Noah Lyles, and how was the experience of just shooting an ad with him? He's a person with crazy energy. He has some electric energy. So how was the experience shooting that ad with Noah?
Well, I think what's really good about it is that Noah was extremely professional.
Yes.
So, and that's the thing when you have a young athlete, especially nowadays, you're never sure about that. He was extremely professional. I had a great time with it, and we become friends out of that. And I'm rooting for him to be very, very successful here. And so it's a fitting product for both of us since we're in sports, and me even more so being a long jumper. We did a lot of washing in time. So it was good. It was very good because he was a lot of his family was there, and he's a nice kid. He's a nice family, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So talking a bit more about Noah, he's been in controversy, and you have been the legend of the sport for years. You know what all has happened back in the century. So the controversy is around, is Noah Lyles actually the fastest man in the world, or is it Usain Bolt?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked that question because
please settle it for us.
I have this thing I say which is called kerflama. It's confusion and drama. Okay, this whole thing is unnecessary. So here's the deal.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that people now refuse to believe that sports happened before the year 2000.
Yeah.
The defending Olympic champion or defending world champion has always been the fastest man in the world.
Yes.
The world record holder is the world record holder.
Yes.
But now everyone's sensitive and they want to conflate the two. They're not. They're separate. Because you say Noah Lyles is the fastest man in the world, that is not a diss of Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt is the world record holder, and that's it. Because right now, he nor I, who have been the fastest man in the world and world record holders, all the fastest men in the world right now. So we're both retired. We're still in the same boat, but he is a world record holder. So therefore, I'm putting that to rest. So now, stop all the kerflama.
Yeah.
It is world record holder, and the fastest man in the world is a person that won the major championship last.
Yeah.
So that's it. No disrespect either.
Yes, you heard it from the legend, guys. Let's stop the debate here. It's settled.
Right.
Thank you so much for doing that. It's going
And I said, what does he know? Well, because I did it all.
He knows
Stay in
the
your
best.
lane track.
Exactly. So, you talked about the track. You've been on the purple track. It looks amazing. So, how is the new track? Do you think it's going to make athletes slower or faster? What is so new about, and because people are, internet is buzzing over it, it looks amazing. Is it?
Yeah, I tell you, I love it. I think I love technology.
Yeah.
The issue, I think, in order, fast legs.
Yeah.
Good tracks, shoes. The shoes are incredible too. I love the technology, and I think it's so interesting and unique to go on and make a purple track.
Yeah.
And then I love the theme around the stadium, and so it probably looks amazing on TV. And I think it's just good. It's just part of technology. We're moving forward.
Yep. So is it going to make athletes run faster, slower, or it's going to be same?
You're always trying to do something to make a track faster.
Oh.
But if you think about this, I'm trying to do something. Look at the variety of bodies that are going to run on that track. Men, women, tall, short, big, small. So it's really hard to say, well, I'm going to have the perfect fast track.
Yep.
But I'm sure and certain, because I know that Mondo does an incredible job, it's going to be a fast track. Now, let's put it on those fast legs.
Yeah. The athletics has started. USA is performing quite well. Shakari is going to the finals very soon. Noah, most probably, he did so well today.
Right.
So, take us through, the US hopefuls this year. And, then there are Jamaicans. You have competed with all of these guys in the past. You know the energy of both of the countries. So, how will you rate US odds against Jamaicans this year? Because Sharika is out in 100 meter.
Yeah.
There are a lot of Jamaican athletes struggling right now. Aileen is not there. But US, on the other hand, looks pretty solid.
Well, it's. I have a really multifaceted way to handle this.
Yeah.
On the women's side, Shakiri just looks the best, and I really love Shelly Ann Fraser Price. Love her. She's wonderful. It'll be great to see her on the podium.
Yeah.
I said podium. I said that on the top. And I am American, and I know Shakiri, but I think that Shakiri looks the best, and she's running just so well right now. And I think the key is that who are going to get those other spots.
Yeah.
So that would be great. On the men's side, I have a unique space because I'm training two people. So I have, right now with Louis Hinchliffe and Sean Maswangani, I want them to get to the final. And then I know Noah is a defending world champion. So this doesn't really matter what we're saying or how people run. If you're a defending champion, you're the champion until you lose. So he has to be the favorite. And I think this being his first Olympics, it's unique for him too. It's not like he's this guy that's been around forever for Olympics. He's been to the games before, but in Tokyo it's different. Yeah. And I think we have to respect that too and understand that he's got to settle in like he did today, and he'll do well. But I'm sure he's going to do extremely well. The Jamaicans have a couple of good athletes. Yeah. They look pretty good today in the first round. So it's going to be a fun meet. But here again, whoever you are, you're the champion until you lose.
At the end of the day, everybody's looking, it has to be like, you have to peak at the moment. That is what is the most important, I'm assuming. So, let's talk a bit about you. You are a legend. Recently I saw a tweet that you reposted or something, where, it was said that you are the GOAT, and we all agree you are the GOAT of Olympics. So, who according to you is the GOAT of Olympics? You yourself, or you think that somebody else is the GOAT?
I'm a little different in that. I think that because it's really funny. We never used the word GOAT until like 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Now everyone's a GOAT. My mom is a GOAT with that tie, So I don't look at it like that. Because we're in a culture where everyone compares.
Yes.
What's great is that I'm sitting here at the Olympic Games, and I can see a Shakiri Richardson, I can see a Noah Lyles, Simone Biles is here, Kate Ledecky's here. that's where I am. I'm in that space where
Yeah.
I'm in this place where there's so many amazing people
Yeah.
and such diversity. And now with women having so many, we get to see them. So I don't get into that, all of that. And I also don't get into comparing eras
Yeah.
because you compete against the people you run against. So I'm more marveled at the great athletes that are here that are competing in the stories. I mean, one story I'm training now a guy who's a #1 sprinter in Britain this year,
Yeah.
and one of my biggest rivals was a British guy. So I could
Yeah.
be having the best British guy. I mean, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
So it's a different time, and I think it's a special time, and I'm just glad to be able to witness it and be a part.
Yeah, definitely. And everybody's great in their events, but you are not just great in track, and but you were also great in field.
Mhm.
You are a rare breed of athletes who has done both of the things.
Yeah.
So how tough it was? Take us through that, and what was your motivation behind doing both? Because rarely people do that.
Right. Well, let me tell you.
Okay.
I was a long jumper.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I did it. You
Yeah.
cannot be a sprinter that long jumps. You have to be a long jumper that sprints. And so I never gave the long jump up no matter what. But also, when I was coming up, the world's fastest human was a massive title. It was that. It was a decathlon. It was, so at that time, it was a decathlete. It was Muhammad Ali,
Yeah.
and it was the world's fastest human. So that was an important title. And then I was inspired by Jesse Owens
Oh yeah.
to compete. And so it just kind of evolved into 4.
Yeah.
But I never thought coming out of high school I would be a sprinter. I just wanted to jump.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, I'm #1 in the world.
Yeah.
In both. And so I just kept going with it.
Yeah. So we cannot talk about the LA Olympics legend and not talk about the LA Olympics coming to US back again. So how are you feeling? How the thoughts, because it's coming back after so many years, and now you guys have like insane team in US. As you said, there's one goal in like every sport for US right now. So how do you think is this LA going to be different from your LA?
Yeah, I'm 44 years older. But so here's the thing. First of all, LA could be like multiple things. Number
Yeah.
one, LA's going to have amazing games.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
These athletes have a chance to have the Olympic Games in their home country. It's so rare.
Yeah.
So think about, since I ran in LA, all these people that had to go everywhere else. And for me personally, I went in, my parents were in the stands.
Yeah.
And my coach was over here watching, and I went through this crazy week of, like, every time I woke up, every time I turned around, I was competing.
Yeah.
Now, I'm that crazy coach watching, and the
Yeah.
kids I'm working with, parents are in the stands. So it's gonna be a special time for me, emotional time, and just going back in that stadium in the Olympic Games. It was such a difficult week because I was competing so much. I don't remember much of it at all, and I just think when I get there, all those memories will start coming back.
That's correct. So now you're a coach. Earlier you were an athlete. So what's more nerve-wracking for you?
Oh, I'm saying it close. I mean, but okay, let me tell you something. In sports, I think the worst thing for a coach in sports, well, no,
Yeah.
there are a few things. Like,
Yeah.
the game is tied, he has to do free throw.
Yeah.
And it's the center, not the guard.
Yeah.
Watching a relay team go around and pass the time, it's a lot more difficult
Yeah.
because you're not in control. So it's challenging.
Yep. Okay, so my last question.
Yeah.
Athletics is changing. Now there is more eyes towards athletics. There are more programs coming in. World Athletics announced prize money for athletes. So do you think we're going on the right direction in terms of prize money increasing for athletes from finally, or there's still a lot more to do?
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I was the original advocate for money, so I'm all for it. Anything they can do, and I think it's very important to do it.
Yeah.
I hope in the future that the federations work with the new organizations like
Yeah.
Michael Johnson's or the women's track meet, work with them and say how do we collaborate so we can maximize everything for these athletes, because what they're doing is special. They're bringing money into. He's bringing his brand into it, and then World Athletics. How do we get all together and say, okay, let's sit down and say, this is what we're going to do to maximize what we do for the athletes. And I think we'll be fine.
For sure. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for having us. Thank you for the time.